Hi Joanna, how are you?
Hi Maria Fernanda, good. And you?
Sounds good to us, Joanna. Are we going to have coffee?
Of course, come on.
Did you watch the Guasón movie?
Yes, it seems to me that is a very interesting psychological plot film where you can see how the carried Arthur Fleck explored this a man who faced the cruelty and complete of a system that allows him to move from the vulnerability to depravity.
If it's too interesting, I like how this clown in the morning strives to become a comedian at night but discover that the jogger always seems to be young.
He is out of step with all those around him, a product of his uncontrollable and inappropriate laughter that gains momentum and has tried to contain it, a fact that exposes him to greater ridicule and then violence.
The pro Arthur surrenders himself completely in the care of his fragile mother, looks for every father figure he has never had from the Whitley Thomas to the television present Murray Franklin.
You saw the part where Arthur caught up in psychical existence that falters on the precipice of reality and madness. A bad decision causes a chain reaction of large scale events ultimately fatal.
It's amazing how Arthur performs his work use singular enthusiasm he has to children's hospital dances and plays you poster in the street tries to be happy in all his little activities but life does not return smiles abusive children hit him in every corner co-rocket shit in at nobody seems to understand him.
Arthur also has a condition that makes him whether when he is nervous, sad, or exalted, he loud out of control and people do not understand, nobody understand it.
I like the part where he at night tries to folder that impossible dream of begin a stand-up comedy shows the importance of waiting to fulfill dream regardless of obstacles.
He fantasizes about an inconsent material, a will. His mother tells him that he is a goose boy, names him Happy, and they see together the famous Murray Franklin program in which Arthur dreams debuts.
Amazing as are his neighbor Sophie flirts you him, and Wild West Will is frustrated and self-absorbed man think she seems to be the only kind person in a world where nobody smiles at her.
How sad to see how Gotti City, like many of the countries, plunges in the misery and strike by the Heal Departamento prevents the stream from the being clean. Health service are disrupted and the whole structure that forgets those who need the mass have seemed to collapse. Meanwhile, a hooded millionaire wants to run as mayor.
This character is increasingly isolated, increasingly violent, less and less medicated. Arthur begins to lose the floor. Everything collapses around him and nobody seems to be on his side.
One of the saddest moments is when the loving mother who encourages him so much seem to hide things such as the fact that he is not son, but that he was adopted and abused in his childhood, and for that reason he spent part of his childhood in the psychiatric center called Arkham, where her adopted mother was also hospitalized.
In the cultural background, the destroyed city between Gurbin and Lycinas, the colorful patterns of Arthur is dressing room are chim along you his transformation from the khaki and gray that harassed him in the urban background. Arthur begins to wake up in orange and yellow and green.
With this fell many questions arise such as what happened when a man so insecure and unstable is pushed to limit? What happened when evil causes pressing consequences that flow from high government position to the stinking subsoul of the city? What happens when the sanity passion of mentally ill people who solve life Medicaid, treated or solid are scared to much? What happened when dossier rats so badly that in any spark can lead the chaos?
It is true. It's a very good film that lets one to ask those and more questions. There is an important scene of Arthur's transformation when he kills three men who attack him for the first time. After killing them, he runs to a bedroom where, with the hook music of the cake dancing cellus shows a release of violence, but beyond this isolated essence, the way Arthur travels is significant from the way the city oppresses the character and transforms it.
At the beginning of the tape, Arthur Owls hunts over, being over himself, folded and defiant. In this moment of torment, they show him climbing a stair painfully, dragging with his feet wave of the old. Their the counter tips are the illustrate Sisypho unhappy after its transformation into the hawker.
Arthur danced light as a fighter, metamorphosed, ran and flies through the air. This time he is seen going down some stair and walking it his face upright in a quintrapezing that dominates like Atlas without the weight of the world.
Actor character is created amid the social despair that he him life. When in the end Arthur fulfills his potential and becomes the hawker, the city suffers and he transcends beyond himself as a symbol of about visibility.
I think the whole movie showed the reality of many people, but the essence that surprised me the most was when they invited Arthur to a television show.
If it was very shocking, I was surprised by the phrase that said, people like me, the government leave them and society rehab them and treat them like trans. And after the presenter, McCarry, he murdered him.
Impression left by this film is that the Joker and Batman are just the same coin. but they are too absolute close, inseparable beings, children of the sin's medium, of the sin's misery, of the sin's evil, her both heroes and villains, product of human horror, necessary counterparts in the caricature of a world.
It is nothing more than against wealth, our head against evil, both the mass, terrible act evil, the exercise of excessive power, which unbalances the social kingdom and makes it a carnival of disfraised men fighting among themselves.
I really like the movie. I laugh a lot to think.
I think many of the people who watched this movie think the same.
It's true, Joanna. Thanks you for accepting the invitation to drink coffee at the next opportunity.
Thanks for the invitation. See you soon.